Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about luxury on a budget, and today I have for you a vlog sale. I think I've priced all these items very well and fairly. I'm not into price gouging, so I do think it's all pretty fair. Let's jump right in. Oh, but before we jump right in, let's go over the rules here. I will only sell and ship to US-based people, and that's just because I don't want to deal with overseas shipping and customs. I've heard of problems, I've had problems with things, so I don't want to deal with overseas shipping. Payment for this would be via a PayPal invoice. If you're interested in an item, please email me privately. This would be first come, first serve, first pay, first serve. PayPal only, no friends and family. My email address is in the description box below. Send me an email to tell me which item you're interested in. I will email you back with a PayPal invoice. The PayPal invoice in the little note section at the end will have the details. It'll say it's a final sale item. It will say that the price includes shipping and PayPal fees, and it will disclose any wear on the item that I've seen that I'll also talk about in this video. Once an item has sold, so once I've been paid for an item, I will put that in the description box too. You'll see a list of all the items in the description box with the price that I'm asking, and if it's sold, I will take the price away and just write sold instead. Okay, let's get started. Before we get into the Louis Vuitton items, because most of this is Louis Vuitton, I'm going to show you this item. This is the Canon G9X, and I'm selling this camera because I just got the G7X for Christmas, and I just don't need two point-and-shoots. This comes in the original box. It is a used item. I've talked about it before. This is the camera I use to film my Vlogmas, but it's in excellent condition. I'm a photographer. I take great care of my cameras. And let me tell you the little description, and then I'll open it up and show you everything that I have with it. I always keep original packaging for things, so I've got just about everything included in this. The sensor size, this was one of the huge selling points for this camera. This is one of Canon's high-end point-and-shoots. The sensor size is 1 inch. Most sensor sizes are really, really tiny, and when you move up to a 1 inch sensor size, it greatly increases the price of the camera, and that's because it increases the quality of the pictures. Having a larger sensor means that you can record more detailed information about whatever you're photographing or taking video of. And if you're into printing images, it means you can print a larger image than you could with a smaller sensor. It's 20.2 megapixels. The lens is 28 millimeters, and it has a 3x zoom. So what that means is 28 millimeters is a pretty wide angle, so you'll get a pretty wide shot, and then multiply that by 3, you'll be able to zoom in that much. It's a pretty good zoom range. The aperture on the camera ranges from 2.0 to 4.9. So what that means, if you don't know what aperture is, aperture allows you, the lowest numbers allow you to shoot in low light, and it also allows you to get that blurry background effect. So like if you're taking a portrait, your person's in focus and the background's blurry, that happens at the lower numbers like 2.0 where this camera goes. Like I said, it's a range, 2.0 to 4.9, and what that means is when your camera is zoomed in all the way, that the aperture can only go down to a 4.9, but if you zoom it out all the way for a wider shot, that's when you can hit the 2.0 aperture. That'll allow more light into the camera. You can shoot in lower light settings. 2.0 is an excellent aperture. Cameras get more expensive as the aperture number goes down, or lenses get more expensive as the aperture number goes down, and that's a really good one. It has a Digic 6 processor. I don't really know details on that. The ISO goes to 12,800. That's pretty good. I don't usually shoot at ISOs over 800. The higher ISO you get, that means that you can shoot in lower light, but it also means that you're going to start seeing noise in your image, these little colored grainy pixel things. It's not very pretty, so that's why I don't shoot over about 800 usually. It has a 3-inch LCD screen, that's standard. It has Wi-Fi capabilities. I've never used that, never been interested, but it's there if you are interested. Let's open it up. I mean, the box, if you care about that, is in excellent condition, and I'm going to open this up because I know most of you want to get to the luxury items. But I have just about everything that it came with. Here's the original starter guide, the manual, and then open it up, and I've packaged it up like it's brand new, and I'll ship it out this way. So the camera's in here. It's a really cute camera. On the box it shows the black one, but I had chosen the silver with the brown grip because I thought it looked vintage and really cute. So there's the front of the camera. This wheel turns here, and I think you can set that. I never really used it, but I think you can set that to do different things like zoom or focus. The side of the camera, that's the Wi-Fi button there. Here's the back with that 3-inch LCD. Looks great. It doesn't have any scratches. Actually, that's not true. It does have one tiny little scratch. It's not bad. There are no chips or anything. Maybe another tiny little scratch. But it's fantastic. Those would not affect your pictures at all or the use of the camera. And there's the other side. Here's the bottom with the battery compartment, and the SD card goes in the same compartment over here. And that's your little tripod port, and the top of the camera. This is your flash. Power button is here. The preview button to preview your pictures is there. This is the shutter and the zoom. And then this is your mode dial wheel where you can set manual settings. That's another reason that I wanted one of these cameras, one of the high-end point and shoots, because it has the manual settings, which is what I tend to use. So it does have auto, but it also has program TV, which is shutter speed, AV for aperture, M for manual, C for custom. It does video. I don't recommend this camera for vlogging because you don't have a flip out screen where you can see yourself and you can't tell if you're in focus. But if you're filming other things, it's great for that. It also has scene modes. Here's how it looks with the flash up. And that's about it. It's a great little camera. I don't know what I did with the wrist strap. I took it off recently and I know I have it around here somewhere. So if I can find it, I will include it in the box. Here's the charger. Here's the battery. Everything works. It's in excellent condition. I haven't had any problems with this camera. And like I said, being a photographer, I've taken great care of it. And again, all the prices are down in the description box. Next up is this Henri Bendel handbag. And I will send this dust bag with it. This is a bag that is beautiful. I've used it maybe 2 or 3 times, but I just haven't reached for it very much. So I didn't think I should hold on to it, especially when so many people are wanting Henri Bendel right now since they just went out of business. I've seen a lot of Henri Bendel bags on places like eBay and Poshmark where people are just price gouging. I mean, ridiculous prices for this stuff. I'm charging a very fair price for this. This is the Henri Bendel Bowery messenger bag or crossbody bag. I have a video on this. I will link it below so that I don't spend a lot of time going through everything, but this is what it looks like. This side has a slip pocket. I think this bag is kind of inspired by the Hermes Evelyn bag. And then this unzips and it has that satin lining inside. And this bag doesn't have any wear at all. It's like new condition. The top has a zipper, so it's not just open to the world. And that's how it looks inside. There's some slip pockets down there, some more slip pockets over here, and that zipped pocket. That's what it looks like inside the zipped pocket. The strap is removable, and the strap is also adjustable. It's a, I don't know what the material is, but it's like a cloth material. It's very comfortable. It just hasn't worked out for me. Next up is this Louis Vuitton handbag strap. It's my understanding that this is from the Pallas handbag, and I'll just do a quick show you what it looks like. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love the gold tone hardware on it. It's pretty much perfect. It has the flower design. It's very symmetrical, beautiful. It has 2 little rings here that this one slides, the other one doesn't. This one is very tight, which is good. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places where you could adjust the length. So it's at the longest length right now. The longest length is 28.5, and I measured from just inside the rings here, 28.5 inches. It comes apart like this, and I'm going to put it on the shortest length and measure that. Here's how it looks on the shortest length, and that's 24.5 inches from end to end. I looked this over very carefully because it has a lot of glazing on it. The glazing is absolutely perfect. The only thing that I see that shows any wear is on the buckle here, and I don't know if it's even going to show up. It probably won't. Some of the gold tone on it has faded, and you can see a little bit of silver here and there around just the sides of the buckle where it says Louis Vuitton. That is the only wear I see. I don't see any wear on either of these. These do spin, by the way, and they say, those buckles there say Louis Vuitton also on both sides. It's a beautiful strap. I thought when I bought it that I would get a lot of use out of it, and I just haven't. I just haven't reached for it. Again, just like that Henri Bendel item. So I figure it's time to pass this along to someone who will use it more than I do, because it is a gorgeous strap and it deserves to be used. Next up, this item comes in this box and has a dust bag. And I will send both of those to you with the item. And inside, the Facettes keychain. And I've used this as a bag charm. It does show a lot of wear. That's why I'm asking what I think is a really low price for it. Here you go. You can see that it has quite a bit of scratching on it. It has some loss of the gold tone in quite a few places around the edges of the LV. Also a lot around the clip where you touch it a lot. So you can definitely see silver coming through it in quite a few places. It's still a beautiful piece. It's very substantial. If you've never had an LV keychain, look how thick that is. That's one of the things I like about their key fobs. So I think that thickness is impressive. And if you're interested in that, just let me know. You can still get a lot of great use out of this. Next up is the Louis Vuitton PM Agenda, the small size Agenda, in vernis. This is the Pommes d'Amour color, which is like an apple red or a candied apple red. It is beautiful, and it's not a really bright in your face red like it might be coming across on the screen. It is a little, it's not burgundy, but it's kind of a mid to deep red. It's a really beautiful color, and it's in almost perfect condition. So I'll show you the wear on it, and I'll show you all of the inside and everything too. So here you can tell there have been some paper clips there. You can see the marks from that. This piece was made in Spain, it says down here. And then over on this side, I think you can see some wear too. There's a little bit of scratching, and maybe it just needs a little bit of cleaning. It has this big pocket on this size, which is the perfect size to slip in a passport. Same here. Some people take the rings out. I don't know how to do that, but there are videos on that if you wanted to just use it as a passport holder. And then there are these 3 card slots. The date code is inside one of these. I will just write the date codes for all the Louis Vuitton items in the description box. There's no stickiness inside the pockets. They feel great. They are also lined with leather, as you can see. So the interior is leather. The exterior is the vernis or the patent leather. I looked over this very carefully. I looked over all of the glazing. The glazing is perfect. I don't see any scratches on the exterior of the piece. The only thing I did see, it'll be hard to show, it probably won't even show. There are these 2, oh yeah, I think you can see it there. These 2 tiny little dots. I don't know what that is. I think that this was like that when I purchased it. Do not have a dust bag. It didn't come with one. A Louis Vuitton dust bag anyway, but I made a dust bag for it, so I will include that in there, and fits just like that. Slips over. The patent leather can be a little bit delicate, so I wanted to make sure I have a dust bag, and of course that would be passed along to you if this is a piece that you wanted to purchase. This red color is stunning, and I think having the monogram imprinted on it is beautiful, but a little more subtle than having like the monogram canvas. So it's a lovely piece. All right, the last piece I have for you is this handbag, and if you watch my channel, it's probably not a surprise what it is. I do want to say up front, the dust bag does not come with it. This is the dust bag for my Neverfull. I just draped it over for mystery. This bag did not come with the dust bag. It is my Trevi GM, and I'll do a little spin for you. I have several videos on this bag, so I will link those below. And let me spin it with the handles up so you can see all the pleating a little bit better. The pleating is definitely not perfect. The bag is a little smushed. It came to me this way. This is the back of the bag, which is more smushed than the front. I still have not been able to figure out a way to straighten all that out, but this side of the bag, it still looks pretty great. I have looked at a lot of Preloved Trevis on Fashionphile, on the RealReal, on any of those sites, and it's getting harder and harder to find them in pretty perfect condition. They're looking more and more like this. It's a very clean bag on the exterior. The zipper runs smooth. There's not a lot of wear. When I took it into Louis Vuitton, I don't know, a year or two ago to ask about the zipper because it had gotten to where it was a little bit sticky, they said just to put some beeswax. I've heard people say just to run wax paper over it. Ever since I took it in that long ago, it's been perfect. They put a little beeswax on it. But the guy in the repair department who helped me said it looked great and was in great condition, so just want to mention that. So it has this red interior. It does have some spots and dirt and things in it like that. I haven't tried to clean that out. It has the Louis Vuitton tag right there. It does say made in France, and it has those 2 slip pockets. And there's the interior. As you can see, this is a very large bag. It also has some weight to it. So if you're somebody who doesn't want a heavy bag, this would not be the bag for you. And then when you add stuff in it, it's going to be more heavy. But I think that the Trevi is one of the most beautiful bags that Vuitton ever made. I just don't reach for it. And part of that is the weight for me because I have back problems and it just weighs me down. I absolutely love this strap. This is the part of the bag that I have used the most. I take it off and use it on my Speedy. I will be sad to see that strap go, but I'm sure I can find some kind of other strap to use. And if you're interested in this bag, the information is below, and I'll post a video that I've done on it before so you can see a little more detail about it. Well, that is everything in this vlog sale. Again, if you're interested in anything, just email me. My email is in the description box below, along with the prices and whether or not something has already sold. Just let me know and I'll send you an invoice and we can go from there.